Alchemist for DC. That takes the Pugna in a support role. So our predictions for how these lanes will be set up a little bit different. It's now a 3-on-3. Misery in the front lines. Who's going to find the first blood here? Misery getting low. He falls first, but they go 1-for-1 as Super goes down as well.
The gold is even. That means you're doing pretty well.
That's true. Here we go. Initiation right onto the Pudge. Sand King starts it off. Now the follow-up from Ursa as he comes in. They'll kill Misery first. Follow-up target looking for the Timber Saw, but he does chain away. Glimpse him back. And they actually lock him down, though. Ursa laying in the right clicks. Moonmeander doing some decent damage, but they've got it. Yao with the Burrow Strike. This could be a lot worse.
Disruptor is fishing here. He's
also...
If he finds Alk, this is big.
Weeha on the tree line. He goes in onto Ursa. That'll be the end of the Aegis straight away. Hook falls short from Misery on the back line. DDC getting low, as now the Aegis will bring him back up. Weeha pops the Manta style, gets outside of the kinetic field, but now disarmed. He crept, maybe in some trouble. His teammate's still nearby. Yao follows up, but it's not nearly enough damage with the ultimate. Weeha gets stunned, and Razor with the right clicks maybe can bring him down, but this Alk is damn tanky. They'll finish him off, but it's a big cost. Their whole team getting cleaned up. Hook from Misery does connect, and it's 5 down on the side of LFY just to kill that Alchemist. And we'll see. They could still maybe take a fight. DC, who's going to get jumped? It's Moonmeander that starts it off. Forces the BKB from Super as they start to disengage, but Yao, he catches Wii. Channels up the stun, drops it onto the Sand King. Super still with the BKB on. Omni Slash, the D-Crab mitigates a lot of the damage, keeps Yao alive, but it just delays the inevitable. Now Soxia in deep. Razor at about half HP, drops the Plasma Field. It's enough to bring Soxia low for the kill. Resolution just trying to stay alive here. It's one of these long, drawn-out fights. We on the backside, now ready to rejoin. Resolution TP's home. DDC will not be able to stand the heat. He gets Glimmer Caped, and maybe it'll be just enough to keep him alive. Nice hook from Misery. Isolates the Ursa.
I actually think the ideas that LFY have are right. I think going for that fight that they did in the Radiant Jungle was a good choice. They just didn't execute it well enough. But they're not scared. That is
he
not
gets
good,
caught. Not the way to start this fight. Xiao 8, he gets pulled up, and yeah, that'll be the end of the Pugna. No buyback on him. In comes Wii. He has the stun, gets it off. It ends up being a double for Misery. And once he gets Guardians, that'll help a little bit. Mecha, another big mana cost item he's hanging on to. Here we go. Set up onto Razor. Will there actually be follow-up, though? Doesn't look like it. Super just turns and gets aggressive. Meanwhile, on the other side, now the real fight breaks out. BKB popped by the Ursa. Alchemist getting initiated on, but they'll bring down the Disrupt straight away, and Alk will not live. Misery tries to bring him to the low ground, but it won't happen, and now Pudge will get off the suicide. That's pretty nice. It's minor, but it is something. DC trading 2-for-1 as Moonmeander now tries to make it out. And this is going to be tough. He does not have a TP. He does have the gem, but long-range stun from Yao. He's got Naginims. And they will find that kill. Omni Slash from Jug, bouncing all around. But Resolution, maybe biting off more than he could chew here. Tries to spin again, does not have a TP. Soxa in deep alongside. He'll get decrept. And Jug will get stunned up by Yao and locked down. It is a full 5-man wipe.
So yeah, they're going to go for the Pudge. I could definitely see it on Rubik too. The only issue is the only very good steals are Burrow Strike and the...
Here we go.
Oh,
they
not
find
again.
Weeha.
Nice hook, though.
Offensive hook. Soxa will still die first, most likely. Omni Slash goes off from Xiao 8, but he'll break up some of the damage. They'll still go 1-for-1. Pugna dies. It's another one of these spread-out fights. Weeha going in onto DDC will finish him off, but now on the bottom, they catch the Juggernaut. Resolution getting low. Yao pops the epicenter and does find the kill. Now back on the other side, it's Ursa versus Alchemist. BKB popped by the Ursa. He will at least scare back the Alk for now. Moonmeander stunned up again by Yao on the other side. It's a 2-for-3 and soon to be 2-for-4. It looks like Moon getting low, but he actually does a lot of return damage. They can't quite bring him down. We looking to reinitiate the fight. Plug. They TP home, but it's an interesting idea.
But they're not getting the chance.
Hook.
Oh, good hook.
It grabs DDC, but instant static storm comes out. Now the real fight begins. Lotus Orb put on top of Super. Misery getting low. DDC does survive through it. They go 1-for-0. Misery, the only one dead. Tier 3 tower also fell. Barracks take a little bit of chip damage. Super does have an Aghanims now, so pushing gets a lot easier for LFY. Razor just needs to stand nearby. Yao with a long-range stun connects on Rubik. Omni Slash jumping around. It's Lotus. Oh my. That is so weird looking. Yao still gets pushed into a weird situation, and he might live. Glimmer Cape actually keeps him alive. BKB on, trying to chase out. They get the 1 kill on Pugna. Now N trying to get in the right clicks, but we looking pretty strong in the front lines here. Super trying to isolate the Timber, but they're going blow for blow. Weeha's not going to win this duel. He dies to the epicenter from Yao. Moonmeander gets the counter kill that way. It's still looking okay for DC. 3 dead on the side of the Dire. Now Super gets left behind. Resolution joining the party, getting off the right click. Soxa will pay with his life, but it keeps the Razor around.
The status on the defusals. 8 on the Jug and 1 on the Ursa can start playing a role. Oh.
They see Misery. They find the stun to start it off, but they disengage. Razor goes up to the high ground, but the Omni Slash in the backline doing so much here. It brings down the Disruptor first. Juggernaut still going forward. Where are his teammates, though? Razor gets the kill on Pudge in the backline. Another one of these fights where it's cores versus supports. Resolution on the run. Alchemist trying to focus on Super here, but he won't be able to keep his Juggernaut alive. This is a whiff team fight for DC. They've lost most of their cores. Rubik gets left behind. He'll be killed next. All this for a Disruptor. Okay. The about face now. Here we go. Oh, Juggernaut, he gets caught first. Resolution pops the BKB, but he gets stunned. He'll be brought down first. He does have a buyback. It's not over yet. But now the rest of DC trying to retreat. Super makes it to the high ground. Follow-up stun from Yao. They're dropping like flies as now they lose Moonmeander. Wee pops the BKB. He's on the run. This will be a tough one. He TPs out. They've got no way to interrupt it.
TP. Clutch.
I mean, they're going for the win here.
They're going to go tier 4. They'll force the buybacks here.
Yeah.
Good hook.
Oh, they might be able to find Chao 8. 4 staff back. Another 4 staff back.
Another
Glimmer Cape. He will not live. This could actually be okay for Radiant. Omni Slash bouncing all around. Timbersaw brings down the Pugna as well as the Disruptor. They've already gotten the Sand King. And now it's a 4th one. Ursa falls. A godlike streak goes the way of Moonmeander.
Leading team are kind of cornered in their base. And that means that one misstep can lead to the end of the game. And it looks like it could be happening right now. They're going on the Pugna top for now.
Yeah, Chao 8 maybe in trouble, but 4 stabs coming out. Now the stun onto Pudge. Remember, he's got the cheese. He's also holding on to the gem. Now Super taking a lot of damage as Resolution jumps in. The Omni Slash to reset. Yao, the first casualty of this fight. Instant buyback on him. Resolution maybe in too deep, but Weeha still with a lot of HP. LFY just taking more damage than they can handle in this. Moon, he gets stunned up. That'll be the end of the Aegis. DC could still try and reinitiate here, and now they do. They jump in. Yao, remember, he's fresh off a buyback. It's a dieback. Zhao 8 can't heal him in time. Super low on HP. Hook not on the money. Does catch the illusion instead. Now the Glyph. It's a 4v5. Sand King cannot buy back for 100 seconds. Come back, rather. Now the barracks under siege. Zhao 8 trying to slowly whittle down Weeha, but at this point the life drain just tickles. That's 1 lane of barracks. Does DC stay for more?
Would you believe it? That one move LFY did down mid where they had killed 2 cores might have just led to them losing the game. They could have just taken the Roche for free, right? I believe it was up at the time. And LFY, they don't want to fight without the Sand King. It's brutal. So difficult.
No
stolen life drain.
And they're not going to be able to wait. Once this tier 3 tower goes down, the bottom barracks are already exposed. Weeha actually taking a lot of damage. He gets forced deep into the base. Pops the BKB. He's trying to make it out. Moonmeander looking to body block. Resolution BKBs as well, and they all live. Moon trying to Timber Chain out. Tree is on the high ground. Resolution comes back in. Have a game of chicken going on right now as both sides are still reasonably healthy, just trying to buy time for the Sand King. He's up in about 20. LFY hanging on pretty well. Remember, still no buyback on the Ursa. He has to play so conservative here. Positioning from DC, they're keeping this Alchemist in the front line, just trying to spam out the hook. Misery, though, now having mana issues, wants to save the cheese for HP regen. It looks like they will just back out with the Sand King respawn looming.
Oh, Super's
LFY coming out of the base,
here.
though. Super, why did he go out so far? 4 Stab does not make it to the high ground. The Omni Slash shuts him down. Pugna and Razor both fall. They do both have buybacks, but 2 more kills, getting DC 1 step closer to a victory. Oh, stun on 2. Both buybacks used. Weeha pops the BKB. They turn the other way. The epicenter does next to nothing. Misery getting low, but he survives. Compliments the Glimmer Cape. He will make it out. Now Ursa getting low. 4 staff, double 4 staff. They get the counter kill on Moonmeander. Super with the BKB on. Comes far out of the base. They are running low on buybacks. LFY cannot die here, or this game could end. But now they're doing the big damage. They're going to turn it and kill the Alchemist. They still have a chance. True, but at least
watch it be the game decider here. He pops it and they get racks because he's killing it with Eye of the Storm.
It's a buff. That's anything that you can buff and then steal something else and still use it, I think, is not so bad on Rubik. There's certainly worse things to steal. But we'll see. Glyph available here for the Dire. Slow and steady. Resolution taking a fair bit of damage. Super pops the BKB and actually charges out of the base.
That
very
is not
aggressive
happening.
play.
They need to be very careful not to get hooked
short,
right now.
But Yeah, if they just jump on this Razor, this could be bad. Hook onto Yao. Oh no, they catch the Sand King. Now stun the other way. Razor comes in, pops the refresher. He's going to pop that second ult soon. I think BKB starting to stack up. Misery will get finished off, but now End pops the BKB. He's getting low. Epicenter bringing Wee ever so low. They kill the Alchemist. They've also killed the Sand King, though, and now Super, he's getting pretty low. This Pugna up on the high ground. He gets stunned. He can't keep life draining, but he does. He brings down Saksa. Xiao 8 just the king of the mountain right now as he does stay alive, but Super does finally fall. They knock down Xiao 8. Resolution blinks forward. Buyback now from the Rubik. Oh, this life drain. It's really starting to hurt at this stage. He's up on the high ground again. DDC almost dies. Moonmeander can't find him. He doesn't have the detection. They bring down the Pudge. The Juggernaut getting low, but Moonmeander finds the kill on the Pugna. It is a bloodbath to the extreme, but I think LFY are the ones in a lot of trouble. The buybacks come from DC. They use all three of them. A nice glimpse back from the Disruptor, but they are out of resources to hold the barracks, and I think DC might have just done it here, Sin.
Well, they're going to run back. They're scared of this Ursa being able to kill off Moonmeander, and then he will be... Well, he actually does have the buyback. It's Resolution who doesn't have one. They're re-engaging. We'll go for the racks. The question is if they can get the third lane. This is still really expensive for them, actually. They've committed a lot. It does look like they will be successful in getting Megas here. Healing Ward is destroyed.
Yeah, still 70 seconds before
20
Razor
seconds
or
on Sand King. He's the
up.
big one. End can actually win this fight if they have the Sand King stuns.
Moonmeander trying to box them out. They get the barracks. Now in the front line, Misery gets jumped on by the Ursa. They'll find the kill there, but I think it's too little too late. The Megas do go down. Razor gets his buyback.
This game is not over at all yet. They
kill the Ursa. Now he has the buyback. Moonmeander on his way out. That's a Rapier.
Rapier for Ursa. Big difference. And their own Sand King is 300 gold from buyback. If they get like a tier 4 and 1 kill or something like that, Yao could find himself a second life here.
Here we go. Wee in the front lines. He needs to be careful. He does have the buyback, but you don't want to burn it straight away. He gets off the BKB, but he's just taking too much damage. He goes down. Resolution now pops his BKB, joins the fray as Moonmeander charges forward, BKB on as well. Buyback now from the Alchemist. They do lose the tier 4 tower. Moonmeander about to lose his BKB, but the double Chakram's doing a fair bit of damage here as Weehaw finds a stun on one. Static Storm kinetic field. Can they get in to close the gap? Yao pops the epicenter. Weehaw could die back here. He's getting low, but he does get hooked. Maybe they just focus on the throne. Still a glyph. This is getting scary for LFY. BKB popped by Super. They're starting to focus the throne, but DC seem to have the reinforcements to handle this. They're trading kills now, but they lose Ursa. They lose Razor. Moonmeander just barely goes down, but the creeps, they kill the throne back at the Dire, and DC managed to do it. What a ridiculous finish. 71 minutes in. Digital Chaos do find the win.
Absolute ridiculous late game this was. That was a really entertaining game.